Just look at the camera.
All right. Welcome. We're Killer Media Reviews.
Episode 2.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? Cut me off like that?
Yeah. Today, we're going to be reviewing Drag Me to Hell. Great movie.
Great movie?
I already gave away with it.
Great movie. Good movie.
It was great.
Good movie.
It was great.
It was good.
It was great.
It was pretty good.
See? Pretty good.
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it's all right.
You'll see. Yeah, it's all right.
It's pretty good. That's probably a bad reference to reference.
I mean, I'm not going to tell my overall score just yet.
No, that's at the end. As you know.
It is?
It is. We got some fun things planned for today. Got some segments to throw in there. Got some news. Some horror news. We're going to review the movie, as Nick said, Drag Me to Hell, written and directed by Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi.
The one and only, which we had no idea until we saw it on the screen.
Yeah, we saw it directed by Sam Raimi, and we're like, oh, shit.
We had no idea. A welcome surprise.
It was.
And then we're going to do some agree, disagree based on critic reviews for some of our favorite horror movies. And we'll see if we agree with them, and if we disagree, and why. We thought that might be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's gonna
because we don't always share the same opinion.
No.
Which is fun.
We did in the beginning, but we'll get to those movies.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some movies that we don't agree on.
We'll get to those movies. Land Shark.
Maybe it's even this one. No.
Maybe. Can you fix that light? We upgraded our lighting.
Which one?
That one. It's a little tilted. No, like the whole stand is kind of tilted.
It's not in shot, so I don't think it matters.
No, it's not in shot. Chat, can you see that?
Chat.
Yeah.
Lights are blinding. I'm getting used to it.
That's what we got planned for today. We got a nice little addition here. Some glasses.
Costed an arm and a leg.
That I purchased today.
How much actually
on screen?
How much? Actually?
$12.
Oh,
so
okay.
Pretty good.
That's not bad.
They're pretty good. I can't wear them with these spectacles on, so I have to replace them. But they're pretty rad. They may be pretty cool when I put them on, but I can't see anything. They don't have these bad boys.
Put them on top.
Unfortunately. They're too small for that. I tried. It's not that fun. They don't fit nicely. They kind of stick out of my face. Anyway, I figure we start. We don't got a whole lot of news here. But we have news for Scream 7. We're all hyped for that movie.
Yeah.
That movie is gonna suck. So, we have a director. Did you know the director is the writer of the first movie?
The very first one?
Yes.
Okay.
The writer of that movie will be directing it. So there's some hope.
Yeah, there's hope. I mean, actually, let's set the expectations low. And
down here,
you'll be shocked.
We'll be shocked.
We won't be disappointed.
Possibly not. So, Kevin Williamson is directing it. I don't know if he's writing it, but I know he's directing it.
Right.
And we have a release date. February 27th, 2026. So we have a little bit.
It's a while.
We have just a little bit. And it's a complete soft reboot. It's like starting from fresh. Almost.
This is like third time that did this.
Yeah.
All right.
We got Sydney Prescott. She's back.
They paid her more.
Courtney Cox, undecided.
Yeah.
She doesn't know.
Apparently she's, I think, waiting on the right way to like have her written in, and she wants...
Yeah. She wants David Arquette back.
Yeah, she wants David Arquette back.
He's a little dead.
He's a little dead.
If you do a soft reboot, you can bring him.
She's like, if you find a way, I'm in.
Yeah. He's a little dead. So, I think it's a soft reboot. But hey, that gives us hope for Matthew Lillard. That's what I want.
Yeah. If he's in it, great.
Yeah. That's what I want. So, we got Scream 6. Scream 7.
Scream 7.
Coming soon. All right. What you got?
I have, for Terrifier 3, we're going to be reviewing that
next episode.
Yes, we're going to be watching it at next weekend. This weekend.
We're going to watch it Sunday.
Yeah, this weekend.
And the review will be out that following weekend.
Oh,
confirmed.
Yeah.
Confirmed. You heard it here first.
And there's been some people walking out of the movie theater in like the first 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. The first 10 minutes. The opening scene. 11 confirmed people walked out, and I think 3 of them puked. So that's good news. That's all positive signs that they're doing the job right. So we can't wait for that. Coming soon.
Yeah. And Silent Hill 2 is going to be dropping, if you didn't get the deluxe edition, it's going to be dropping tonight.
5 hours?
Yeah, you'll be able to play it. I started playing it. I bought the deluxe edition. I couldn't wait because the original game from PlayStation 2 was great. I just couldn't wait.
I never played them, so this will be my first time going in.
Yeah.
New graphics, fresh. The way to do it.
Yeah. Gameplay is different, but similar. Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll have a review for that when we're all finished the game.
Yeah, probably mid-November, December, maybe. We gotta work it out. We gotta play it. I think is it a long game? Or is it like a 6-hour game, you know? Like what kind of game?
I've already played the gameplay is very like, I'm not gonna go detail, but like, it's not open world, but I mean, there's sections in the map.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it might be a while, but I mean, for people who've played the game, the originals, people who speedrun games like that, I mean, it'll be a little bit different. So like, people are going to have to, so like, I think it is, I was told it was longer than the original, but not by like a lot, but like it's longer.
Right.
They have like different scenes fleshed out.
That's good.
They wanted to emphasize other stuff that I guess they couldn't do from back then with the PlayStation 2 system just not being strong enough.
Mm-hmm. True. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite movies not just favorite movies, I guess any movie that we might just disagree on. Like, I guess we have to figure out which.
Yeah, let's pull up some movies here. Let's go to Rotten. These are Rotten Tomato scores, as we all know. Controversy. So
you could always trust Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, they know what they're talking about.
Nah, I mean, movies are subjective. If you like a movie, you like a movie.
One of our favorites. You know, we have a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. We jump right in. Let's jump in to the Friday the 13th franchise.
All right.
A cult classic franchise, but we all know. Are they really that good? Are they really that good? Let's start with number 1. The highest rated one. Which is sitting at, if I can spell 13 right.
Critic reviews is 66% and 60% for audience. Granted, a lot of the times the critic reviews, there's not going to be as many critic reviews as audience reviews. Critic reviews probably go in depth more. Audience reviews most likely are just, I mean, regular average Joes. No. Just, I mean, people watch it. Not everyone watches a movie to critique it.
So, there's only one movie in this whole franchise, all like 11 or 12 movies. Oh, there's 12 because they're missing one to make it 13. Like, come on. What are you doing? So, there's only one that's rated fresh, and it's barely fresh. And it's number 1. Friday the 13th, 66%.
Huh.
I think the movie's kind of bad.
Yeah.
I think it's worse than a 66.
Because, I mean, the second one is when you see Jason.
Yeah.
First one, he's not even in it until maybe like the last shot.
Yeah, the last 2 seconds when he jumps up.
Yeah. And it's not even a fully grown.
No, it's like a deformed kid because that's who he is. Part 2, 33%. I quite like Part 2.
Yeah.
I think Part 2 is up there in the top ranks. I'd rate that one within the top 5.
Which is funny because the first one, since it was his mom, I mean, spoiler alert, I mean, the movie's been out for a little while.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. And it's his mom who's the killer.
Yeah.
I mean, the second one is when Jason's introduced, and I mean, Jason Voorhees is a fan favorite, even though, despite the movie's receptions and reviews aren't, I guess, ideal.
Yeah.
But I mean, they pumped out movies and movies, so they made something back.
Yeah. Then we have the lowest rated one. Part 3. 11%. Now that's blasphemy. This is probably like the third best, in my opinion. This is top 3 at number 3. This is where he gets the iconic mask. He makes him Jason. What more can you want? Shelley, come on.
I mean, I probably won't agree with like most of these. Like,
they're all hated on. They're not great, but they're fun to watch. They're good.
Yeah, even the bad ones like Jason X. That's still
it's funny.
It's still entertaining.
It's entertaining. Yeah, no. Part 3 is top 3. It's sitting at number 3. Part 4, 21%. Blasphemy. Second best. Second best right there. Part 4. Jarvis, come on. Kid Jarvis hacking away at Jason's neck. What more can you want? It's beautiful. 21%? No. Audience scores of 52? Even that's blasphemy. That deserves to be in the 70s at least. They done it dirty. They done it dirty. What do you say?
I mean, I think they did all of them dirty. And even I was just like, I feel like most of them were just entertaining to like rewatch. Like, I mean, for the most part, when I critique a movie, I care about like rewatchability. Like, I mean, you just can sit down and you want to actually rewatch the movie again.
Big time.
A lot of these, I would still rewatch.
Yeah.
Like, I would still rate them like on average in general the franchise like like probably what, like, I don't know the exact overall, but like still like above like a 6.
Yeah.
Like, or even a 6 in general.
Overall,
like, I mean, way like down at a 1, you're like, you don't want to watch this again.
Yeah, no, they're pretty, they're not great, but they're pretty good. Yeah, my top 3, part 6, 4, part 3.
I gotta rewatch them again.
Yeah. I mean, we all know part 8 blows. Part 8 and part 9 are the worst ones. And then I just rewatched the 2009 version like a week ago. It's not great. It's alright. It could be better. 25% I don't agree with, but maybe like a 50. 45, 50. Somewhere in there.
Yeah, like I'd say like, I feel like nothing below 50 should be like, if you weren't like for rewatching, it's just gonna be like 50.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a fun.
They're iconic. Like,
it's a fun.
Nowadays, these movies probably weren't well received. I mean, I don't know when Rotten Tomatoes was around and when these reviews started.
Yeah, it's a good question.
But like, depends. Like, there's movies that when they were first released, they didn't do very well. Nobody liked them. And then now, years later, it's just, they're cult classics.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
I love how Shriek If You Know What I Did Last Friday the 13th is what? It's part of the movies for Friday the 13th. But that's just for searching.
Interesting.
I think that's a spoof movie.
Oh, it probably is. And then speaking of Sam Raimi, Evil Dead. Ash vs. Evil Dead, the whole TV franchise, has a 99%.
Wow.
Now that's highly praised because it's a damn good movie, show. And they did us dirty by canceling it on that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
How dare they? It was about to get real.
It was.
It was
They're
about to
get
be,
wacky.
It was about to get wacky in a post-apocalyptic world. I mean, come on.
But Bruce Campbell is too old.
He's too old.
He's too old.
He's too old. I think the entire Evil Dead franchise is like in like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
They're all pretty good. And they're all good. I first saw it and I was like, what the hell am I watching? And then I realized it wasn't supposed to be taken seriously.
Yeah. And
then I understood.
Yeah.
This is great. Which is a theme for Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
He's a big goofy.
Yeah.
He mixes the horror comedy quite well.
What did you think of Multiverse of Madness? I know it's not like horror, but I mean, Sam Raimi directed
it. Had the horror. I like
and
the
he's
horror.
got his horror elements in all his movies, like Spider-Man and stuff like that. So
that movie's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess. It's not his best, but I think it was all right. It's fine. It's extremely mid.
Yeah,
as the kids say these days.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't do what he wanted to actually do with the movie.
No,
sure.
I'm sure there was a lot of studio interference.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't actually want to introduce Venom.
No,
he wanted it in the third one. I don't think he wanted to do Venom in the third.
Oh, Spider-Man. I'm thinking of Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, my bad.
No, I think he wanted to do Venom, but he didn't want to have like 4 different villains in that movie. Or he had a different way to introduce them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was going to introduce Venom at the end of Spider-Man 3.
And Spider-Man
and then
4.
Spider-Man 4 would be about that.
That's what they should have done.
I think the focus was going to be on Sandman, I think.
Well, it kind of was. Yeah, you're right.
It really wasn't, though. Like, it was, but like, Sandman really wasn't even in it that much, because like...
That's true, but the whole story revolved around him.
It did, but he wasn't in it much, and he didn't really interact with Peter that much. I guess it was really the thought of him, obviously, him and Uncle Ben.
Yeah. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Anybody who hates on that doesn't know what cinema is. It's a great movie. I hate it. It's great. It's not the best in the franchise. It's definitely the third best.
Spider-Man 2 is the best.
Spider-Man 2, then 1, then 3. But they're all very good.
Yeah.
It's the guiltiest of guilty pleasure movies.
Yeah.
It's like borderline bad, it's good.
What about for Multiverse of Madness? Like, I mean, Sam Raimi, I mean, I don't think he wrote it. I could be wrong.
I think he just directed it.
But still.
Well, we can check.
We can.
Again, I'm sure there was a lot of interference there. But it was a mess. I think most of the disappointment for that movie was because people had it in their minds that so much stuff was going to happen. Like, oh, Multiverse of Madness, we're going to go into the Evil Dead franchise for a scene. Like, people had these wacky thoughts that were going to happen.
I think it was the expectation.
And it didn't happen. Yeah. Like, was it really a Multiverse of Madness? Not really. No. They went to, like, one main multiverse, and the other ones was, like, a 10-second clip of little snippets of multiverse. And it was just weird colors and Legoland and stuff like that. It's a mess. But the horror aspects was pretty good.
Hey, I feel like Sam Raimi could do a Lego movie.
I think he could. He can do it. He can do a lot. He can surprise us, too. Like this movie.
Yeah. This movie did surprise me.
Yeah, same. It changed this movie, dragged me to hell. On my second watch, the rewatch, it changed my score. The whole point.
I think it would have. I didn't have the exact score the first watch through, but I think I would have done it lower than watching it if I didn't watch it the second time. Rewatching it the second time, 100% like raised the score. It
changed mine. It affected it.
Good.
I won't let you know how you did to lower it, but it did change it.
I'm just gonna guess.
It did change it. You can guess, so I'll let you know later. But let's jump into it.
Okay.
That was our agree-disagree segment.
Yeah.
That we just came up on the spot.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Came up on the spot.
Yeah.
It'll be more fleshed out in future episodes.
Yeah. All right. Well, Drag Me to Hell. This is the review.
And directed by Sam Raimi. The review.
Featuring, I mean, he's not the main character, but right. Justin Long.
Hard carried this movie. He was the best acting.
He wasn't even. He was the best acting in the movie.
He had the best acting in the movie.
He did, but he wasn't in it as much as I would have.
He was in it
for him to be.
enough to get the story across, but we needed more because Justin Long is great. Yeah,
but I think later I'll explain it why that might be.
Why he wasn't in it
as much.
Oh, okay.
In general, I guess it was probably a choice.
Okay. Oh, a choice.
Yeah, to really exclude him out of it.
He didn't
not as much as
he didn't want to steal the spotlight.
No, that's not. I mean, for all he could have been filming something else, and it was his choice, and he couldn't. Should we review Tusk too?
We're going to review Tusk eventually. Eventually,
that's going to be a fun one. I recommend to watch it.
It's pretty good. It's disturbing, but in a good way.
Yeah. It's a little bit of comedy, so
it's a Kevin Smith film.
Oh yeah, Kevin Smith. Yeah,
it's got some comedy.
Yeah,
it's one of those cult classics. Not great, but you like to watch.
I can see years from now it's a cult classic.
It is already.
It was like 2015.
Exactly, it's all it takes.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, it's all it takes. 9 years.
All right. Well, let's just talk about the characters.
Sure. We got Christine Brown. Do you have the actor name down?
No.
Neither do I. So we have Christine Brown, actor. I don't know. She looks very familiar, but she's in Nothing I Know, so I don't know why she looks familiar.
No, I think she just has that face.
Has that face.
She has that face.
The face. The familiarity face. Mm-hmm. So she's our main character.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Clay Dalton.
Clay
Dalton. I think he prefers Clay.
He prefers Clay, but his name's Clayton Dalton.
And, I mean, he calls Christine Chris. So.
Mm-hmm. And she calls him Clay.
Yeah. I think...
Chris Clay.
He's played by Justin Long.
Right. I think the only actor we know.
Yeah.
We got Ram Dass.
Wait, I think the bank manager, I've seen him in other movies.
He is in something.
Mr. Jax.
Mr. Jax. I don't know... I know he's in something. He's pretty popular. Yeah. Like, I know him, but I don't know him.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out now because it's going to bother me for the rest of the episode.
All right. While he does that, I'll talk about... we got Sean Sandina.
Who's that?
She is the gypsy woman or medium in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, in the beginning.
Hispanic.
Right.
I mean, she's only in it in the beginning and towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
But she exorcises demons. We got Ram Dass. He's the spiritual advisor.
He's like a psychic kind of.
Yeah, he's a psychic.
Yeah.
He's very charismatic for sure.
He's the dad in something, but I gotta find what he's the dad in. I'm pretty sure he's the dad in something. And
then we got Stu Rubin. Prick. I literally, his description was prick.
He's the second best character in the movie. He's the quintessential villain.
Yeah, he's one of the antagonists, other than the demon.
I thought he was the demon.
Really? His facial expressions were...
I thought he was creepy. Like... Because there's a twist in all...
Because when he's going like this, and she's imagining his fingernails...
I thought that was the twist. That it was him. Oh. He's the dad in Dave. The Little Dicky show.
Yeah,
that's why I know him. And that's the only show I know him in. Dave.
Hey.
My notes.
Pretty good to remember that, though.
It is.
That he was familiar from something.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Stu. Second best character in the movie. He was great. He's funny.
Yeah.
Don't tell his dad. You know. If you know.
Then we got the gypsy woman known as Sylvia
Ganoush.
Yes, Sylvia Ganoush.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and her daughter, I forget her name. Ganoush, like the Ganoush.
Something Ganoush.
Yeah. I'm not gonna mention it. She pretty much is the one who curses Christine.
Pretty much, she is.
Yeah. Pretty much.
She takes her little button and goes, blah, 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 and then gives it back to her. She says some chants. She says Lima. Lima? Lama?
Lima.
The demon's name is Lima, right?
Lamia,
that's what it is.
Lamia. And it's the demon from the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That
same demon.
The Sean Sandinas wants revenge for.
Yeah.
So at the end when she's involved again. We'll get into that.
Yeah. At a later date.
I put down the Fly.
The Fly's a pretty big character.
Yeah.
Flies signify death in horror movies.
Yep.
The Fly causes some stuff.
At one point, Christine swallows the fly, and
and it's in her for like
the majority,
an hour.
Yeah.
Like
majority of the movie.
Yeah. And then we don't know until it comes back up.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, the Fly's still there?
Yeah.
That's a quote from you. The Fly's still in her? That was the quote from you. Audible quote when that scene happened. Then we have, they're not big characters, but they're kind of pricks too. Clayton's parents.
Yeah.
They're kind of like super high standard type parents. Like controlling who he dates and stuff.
They put a lot of pressure on him, and he doesn't budge. He's a pretty well-rounded character.
Yeah, he's loyal.
He's very loyal.
He's the man.
He is the man.
He's the man. He's that guy.
He is. He might actually be, like, I'm going to get into it, like, he might actually be the most innocent character when you think about it.
In that movie? Oh,
in
100%.
terms of innocence.
He's the only one who cared. He really tried to help.
Yeah. The others tried, but, I mean, they also withheld some information from Christine.
He put some money down to help.
Yeah.
10 G's to help. We'll get into that. I think that's the majority of our characters.
Yeah. I mean, the most prevalent actor I know was pretty much Justin Long.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew he was in it before watching, so I was interested. I like watching him in his film. I think whatever character he plays, he does a pretty good job of just embodying that character.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you've ever seen Dodgeball, he's in Tusk, Jeepers Creepers, which I might have seen like once when I was like younger. I gotta watch that.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Maybe we should watch it and review it.
Maybe we should.
He's in Alvin and the Chipmunks as well.
He is in Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I think he plays Dave's nephew, I think it's his nephew.
It's been so long.
Yeah. It was like the third one. I'm pretty sure it was the second or third one when they're in high school.
Gotcha.
I don't remember.
Maybe.
It's not important.
Maybe.
All right, let's get back to the story.
Let's get back to the main story.
Do you
want to hear my plot?
Your plot.
My plot.
Oh, yeah, how did your plot go?
Christine denies an old granny, in parentheses, the gypsy woman. She denies her a loan extension, so in turn, she curses her button, and she gets tormented for 3 days by the Lamia as she tries to expel the demon. That's what I had.
Yeah. That's all?
That's what I had as the plot.
I mean, that is the plot.
As a no-spoilery plot. That's what I had.
Okay, that's good. I mean, I can get into detail with the plot, but like not detail. I mean, we'll talk about detailed stuff.
Right.
But to be fair, like what is Sylvia? Because like in parts of the movies, she's like comes back from the dead.
Is she alive? Is she dead? Is she immune? She did die.
Yeah.
She literally dies.
I think after she's dead.
How did she die?
I think she already had the sickness.
Yeah, she was coughing up some goopy green stuff.
Which maybe she was already cursed.
Do you think she was cursed?
I don't know. It was never explained. Her death.
So she was the gypsy in the beginning that the kid stole the necklace from? Or is it assumed?
I don't think so.
That's different.
It could be assumed, though.
Because, she got stabbed in the throat with a ruler and then just coughed it back up.
Yeah.
So there's some...
So something's at play.
There's some supernatural stuff.
I think she might have been possessed.
Something's up with her.
Something was up.
She's got like a weird glowy
There may
eye.
be a Drag Me to Hell too.
It's
like
possibly in the
possibility.
Add that to the news.
I'll be interested to watch it, and hopefully Sam Raimi is going to direct it again.
I hope so. And we'll get Justin Long back. If they do it, I feel like it'd be revolved around him.
I think
he'd be the main character.
Yeah.
Try to find out.
I mean, we'll get to the ending. Yeah. But like maybe what?
Yeah. He's gonna try to go searching like why. What's going on here?
Maybe Christine's not even dead.
She's a little dead.
A little dead. Spoiler.
She's a little dead. Big twist in the movie.
Yeah.
There is no happy ending.
No happy ending.
I like that.
I do.
That was
one of my major points that I did like it, but I know some people didn't like that.
Nah.
Some of the reviews I read, Why would she just deny the loan and to some old lady and didn't like it? Apparently, because they didn't like it because the movie they didn't go to hell once.
Yeah,
we didn't get to see.
They said we don't get to see hell once. Why am I watching this?
I thought that was interesting.
Half of them were like, I stopped watching in the middle of it, but I hope that girl deserved what she get for denying that loan. And I was like, well, if you kept watching, you'd find out.
Yeah, you would have maybe left a good review.
Yeah, you never know. Good ending.
All right. For the story, I mean, briefly in the beginning, we open to a family with their son who is cursed because he stole a necklace, and Sean Sandinas is brought in to try to exorcise the demon out of him. They fail, and he's dragged to hell.
He's dead.
Yeah. And then, as Tim said, Christine denies Sylvia's loan extension, and she curses her button, and for 3 days is tormented.
Yeah.
Well, she tries different ways, especially from the help with Ramjas.
Yeah, she goes to Ramjas first because she's like creeped out.
She's brought to like the wind, the leaves. Something brings her to him.
The leaves guided her.
So a lot of spiritual demons and stuff like that.
So if the demon's causing that, did the demon want the fight?
I don't think it was demon that did. Like,
there's just other spiritual elements that.
Because there's a lot of things that show that the presence of Nalamia was pretty much watching her the whole time. I don't know how strong Nalamia is, or if he was like purposely like stopping tormenting her for a bit, letting her guard down, and just enjoyed like watching her think she has a chance.
I'm sure it likes to toy with its victims.
Yeah,
all demons like to do that. But yeah, she goes to the psychic, Ramjas, and he's like, he sees something first, you know. Yeah, he's like, he's freaked out. Then
he reads her palm.
Yeah, he reads her palm. He's like, oh, you work with money. It's like, yeah, you're a bank teller. You lost something. Oh, you lost a button.
Yeah, and Clay, he's a psychologist professor, and he obviously is just saying that he's a scam artist.
Yeah, like, oh, lucky guess.
Doesn't believe it, and pretty much dissuades Christine from even trying anything like that.
Right.
But he does reluctantly pay for Ramjas's.
He still pays the $60.
Both times, the 60, and then after
$10,000.
Yeah. He really loves Christine.
He does.
But we don't know why, though. Like,
we don't know. It's only been a year.
It's only been a year. They've only been a year, which, like, a year is a year, but still. We don't know how they met. I forget they mentioned.
They met at a bar.
Okay.
It was during the scene where they were with his parents, and it was when she was like tweaking out, and then you just heard her go, "Did you?" And he was like, "Yeah, we met at a bar," like in the background. But so they met at a bar. But who knows why it's so strong? Yeah, maybe it's just a bar.
I mean, her background was just. She was a fat girl from the farm. There's an old picture of her. She was reminiscing of
the pork queen.
So yeah, she is the pork. She was the pork queen.
Yeah,
but no longer the pork queen.
No, she got rid of that past.
She's just dead. She's not on the vessel now.
She's now just a normal human being.
Yeah.
Well, not that pork queens and fat people are not human beings, but she threw away her past.
But her past pretty much kind of comes up in different ways.
Yeah.
I mean, when we first see her, she's in the car and she's listening to something that's trying to help her with pronunciation, with her accent.
Yeah.
She's trying to fit in the city.
Which I thought was a weird scene because they never brought it up ever again.
It was just glossed over.
Yeah.
Like, how long has she been practicing? I mean, how long has she been...
Clearly not enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting because you heard the accent in the very beginning when she said certain words. Yeah. But then during the whole rest of the movie, I don't think you ever heard an accent. I don't think.
I guess that was their way of saying that she's from the farm.
Maybe. It was just kind of glossed over real quick. It's not a big plot point, but it was just like,
no, it wasn't.
I kind of forgot about like, why did you introduce that? But again, the farm.
Yeah.
Farm. Where are we? Kind of bouncing around.
We could talk about motivation, like certain characters' motivation that drove the plot.
Mhm.
Well, Christine wants the manager position.
Yeah, assistant
manager position, and she's competing with Stu Rubin, who is the new guy.
He's a suck up.
He's
only been there like a year, maybe not even.
I don't even. I think they just said he's the new guy. Yeah, which would be implied. He's pretty fresh,
right?
And Mr. Jax sees both of them and wants to promote both of them, even though Stu's only been there not as long as, I guess, Christine. Yeah.
But apparently, I think he's more involved, or he knows more. Like he's more experienced, maybe his background. But I think that's why he's in the running.
Well, I think his intentions, because obviously he steals the papers. He steals.
He stole.
He steals.
He stole. Stole.
Potato.
Stalling. Potato.
He steals her papers and goes to another bank for it, and pretty much with it for a deal.
Yeah.
He screws over them.
Yeah.
So I think his intention was that in the first place. He was trying to do something. Maybe he didn't even actually want the position. I'm not sure why.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, no, because again, it hurt the company, so it doesn't make sense. But he sabotaged that deal, because if she got the deal, she would have got the position.
Yeah.
So, immediately, because it was like the most expensive deal they ever had. Yeah. So he was like, if I just make the deal not happen, that looks bad on her, and I'll get it. But he's hurting the company, so it's like a win-lose. It's weird.
Yeah, I guess he couldn't do it himself, because it would have already just brought his attention.
Right.
But Mr. Jax already found out anyways.
Yeah, they found out. And he
wasn't even really explained how they felt. Like,
it was just a phone call. No, he said it himself.
Oh yeah.
He gave in because he was scared that his dad was going to find out or something. So he kind of gave in.
No, when she calls him to the diner, she's saying to come over to the diner, and then she's like, "I know what you did. Like, you stole my paper." Like, right.
But I guess she didn't tell Mr. Jax.
Yeah.
He literally confessed himself.
Yeah, after the fact.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. So she really wants the promotion versus Stu. So she forecloses and doesn't allow the loan extension for the house because she wants the promotion.
Right. It's
the
right thing.
She was going to ask Mr. Jax if there was some way to help her, but he kind of held the position over her head and was like, "We got to learn to make decisions." And it was like, it's up to you. But I mean, we've already extended her loan a couple times.
Right.
So she was kind of like, I guess I do want the position. So reluctantly, she kind of just was like, nope.
Yep.
And Sylvia Ganoush prays and begs her.
She gets on her knees.
And tries to not attack her, but then she pushes Sylvia off of her. And then that's when Sylvia got really, like, she wasn't even as mad when she was denied. No. I think it was even,
she was just like sad.
She was upset about, she's never begged in her life, she said.
Yeah. And now she shamed her.
Yeah.
You shamed me.
So, shame.
Shaming an old lady.
Poor shame.
Poor shame. Shaming an old lady? How dare you? So she goes like, rah! She like jumps at her, and then she gets thrown out. And then in the background, you see the Evil Dead car.
Yeah.
She drives that car.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she's possessed.
Could be.
Maybe the universes are linked.
They could be.
Maybe they are.
Good possibility, because
you never know.
The way possession was pretty similar to Evil Dead.
Yeah, the
special effects.
Yeah, special effects. They're pretty similar to Evil Dead, and they're goofy.
The makeup looked very similar. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it makes sense because it's Sam Raimi, but he's a guy who likes to plan things out.
And it's demons. I mean,
and they don't seem to die.
Yeah.
So maybe they're deadites. Who knows?
Yeah, they're not specifically called deadites. Right. I mean, I think that's just what Ash calls them.
Yeah.
That might be. I don't know.
I don't know.
There's a lot of motivation specifically for Christine.
Well, she doesn't want to die.
She does not want to die.
She has 3 days to act.
She has 3 days. I mean, she finally starts to try to make decisions,
Yeah, she goes back to Ram Dass, and he gives her some suggestions like sacrificing an animal.
Yeah. So she contemplates about killing her cat.
The cat's like that big. It's like probably
Pretty
like
sure it might be a kitten.
4 months old.
Yeah, it might be like not
literal,
like a tiny.
It's like a literal kitten.
I feel like a kitten might be smaller than that.
Like that, like a big.
No, I'm pretty sure kittens are like small.
Oh no, they can get small, but
kittens are.
Hers was like probably that big. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. I guess it don't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's an average size for a cat.
Yeah,
kitten. Yeah. So she's like, I'm not gonna kill you. She's an animal lover.
She's reading the book.
She's the most perfect person in the whole world, and she's reading the book. She's like, I'm not doing.
She was a farmer.
Yeah.
Who might have slaughtered chickens or something.
Right, but those are chickens, not a cat. Kid.
You can have a pet chicken.
You can, but eventually.
But you can have it lay eggs for you.
Exactly.
That's free food.
Exactly. Well, you got to care for the chicken, so it's not really free food. You got to pay for the chicken.
The chicken will pay in advance, like down the road. Like you get your money's worth.
Yeah, because you get eggs plus chicken.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much chicken feed is.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Maybe. Depends. I mean, if you feed multiple chickens at once, maybe it might be better. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure they can lay up to, like, several eggs.
Yeah.
At once. So, like, probably money's worth.
Yeah, if you have, like, a dozen chickens, it's more worth it the more you get.
Yeah, you heard it, folks. This is your time to buy a chicken.
Yeah. Those prices are going up.
Yeah, eggs are going up.
Get them cheap.
Get them cheap.
Yeah. Any farmers out there, let us know. Let us know how much it costs to be a farmer. Anyway, then she gets like brutally attacked by the demon. Like it stalks her in her house. Pans are going everywhere.
He literally is a shadow chasing her.
He's a shadow demon.
Very great special effects.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I
really enjoyed.
They're pretty good.
Yeah,
because like it's not like special effects on like a person. Yeah. It's like shadow, so it works.
Yeah, it's just lighting.
Sense. Yeah,
very easy to do.
Then she gets like visibly picked up and like thrown around, and then it just cuts to here, kitty, and she's holding a knife, and it just cuts to that.
She was like, "Yep, I need to kill the cat,"
and she's like, she's gonna kill the cat, and she does kill the cat
and buries it just in time for Clay to come and was like, "What's going on?" Yeah, he didn't even realize.
Do they live together, or does he just visit?
He just visits.
Okay, because I was confused because he slept over the one time, so I was like, "Oh, they live together," but then he like didn't know the cat was dead. So I was like, maybe they don't.
Yeah, because I think after that she mentioned like about the cat. Like, you never know where the cat's.
Yeah. You know, cats come and go.
So she did a bad thing.
She did, and she thought
morally bad. Like you probably would like. I mean, it was life or death. So who knows what anybody would do in that situation?
Again, that's what Ram Dass said. You'd be surprised what people do.
Exactly.
With the llama.
The lamia, yeah.
Keep forgetting the demon's name.
Llama-palooza.
So yeah, she thinks it's gonna get the demon away because that's what Ram Dass said. Sacrifice an animal. He said it may cure it. Everything's good for a good 20 minutes of the movie. She seems fine. They're going to the little meet and greet with Clayton's parents. Absolute pricks.
Pompous.
Yeah, they're pompous.
Actually, the dad was not bad.
It was the mom. It was the mom. The dad was more chill. They have super high standards.
Yeah.
Because like once they found out she like closed a big deal and that Christine's mom was an alcoholic, then they were like, "Oh, we like you." So she fit right in. They were like, "Oh, I'm going to eat your harvest cake now." That they were like disgusted at because they thought she was just a farm low class person. And then they're like, "Oh, we like you now because you make some money."
Well, she said she liked her honesty.
Yeah, she was very honest too.
Yeah. So that 1 points for her, which I wouldn't have cared for mom. Like, in that situation, like,
yeah.
But Clay did stand out. Like he. Like, as much as he could, like, there was not any point in the movie that I thought that Clay wasn't on her side at all. Like,
he was 100% on the side. Yeah.
Like, that was, like, it was pretty good. Like, a lot of characters, like, even though he didn't 100% believe her, he knew
it was important to her.
That it was very important to her.
So he went along with it.
Yeah.
So that was good. Good on Clay.
Which then, in turn, when it gets to the ritual, pretty sure that's also the reason why he wasn't invited. I'm pretty sure because I think he would have been allowed to like be a part of it if he was a believer. Because
because he didn't believe. Yeah.
It was pretty much, he's a psychology professor,
right?
So a lot of his stuff was like logical, no spiritual.
That makes sense.
So like he was just like, I mean, I would have hoped to see more of him in the film. Like maybe something more to do other than like occasionally he just like, oh, I paid for this, I paid for that. I guess that was really the only.
He's the sugar daddy.
Yeah,
he just brings up the money when he needs to.
That was really the only thing that like I had a major issue with, honestly.
Yeah, more Justin Long.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
So after the dinner with the parents, they hate her again because she freaked out. The I keep forgetting the name.
Lamia.
The Lamia came back and she like threw a glass at the door.
Freaks out.
Yeah, she freaks out. She's seeing stuff. Her cake has eyeballs.
Her food had an eyeball.
She coughed up the fly again.
Yeah, the fly just flew out of her mouth.
Yeah, and then that's when the parents thought the raisins in the cake was a fly because they're like, oh, she just ate the cake then coughed up a fly. This raisin could be a fly. So I noticed that. So then they go home. Or she goes home. Yeah, I think Clayton stays back. You don't see Clayton for a while. Though.
He was gonna follow her, but she's like, no.
Parents told her.
The parents were like, no.
He was like, no, she's crazy. Don't.
From their perspective, she's pretty crazy.
Then you don't see him for a while. No, that's kind of when he goes away for like a good 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Then, what happens next?
She goes back to Ram Dass, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yes. And the exorcism.
That opens up to the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
So we learn that the medium
in the beginning,
is from the beginning, and she wants revenge for the Lamia. So once she learns, but it came for a high price. Yeah. So she tries to sell stuff of hers to a pawn shop, and he wouldn't really take it. Didn't take much.
Yeah, she doesn't have 10 grand lying around. So she tries to get an advance in her paycheck for the assistant manager. And that's when we find out that they lost that one case. Yeah. And she's like, what? So she didn't get the raise. She didn't get a early payment.
Yeah. Well, like, he was just kind of like, we don't even know if the promotion is a good idea right now.
Yeah, they were like,
things looking.
We got to postpone it. And we've got to mention, she went back to work and her nose exploded all over Mr. Jack's, blood everywhere. And all he cared about was, did it get in my mouth? It was pretty funny. It was like, did I get any?
Yeah, the comedy in this I thought was pretty well done.
Yeah, it was good comedy.
It reminds me of Evil Dead. I love the Evil Dead franchise, but it doesn't work as well.
No.
But I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. It felt a little bit off. Yeah. In this one.
Yeah. Because like the tone was like you kind of, the Evil Dead's tone was more like, you know what it is the movie was trying to be. Right. This one, it had its comedy, it had horror a little bit and stuff like that, but like at the same time, I feel like the movie didn't 100% know which direction it did want to go. It was a little bit over the place. Like Evil Dead was, we knew what it was. Right. For this, there was like kind of like a little bit of a roller coaster, but it's not too bad. Yeah, it had a decent balance. I'm just gonna check on that, but it was gonna be a horror and a comedy, but at separate parts, not mostly combined, like at once. So it had dedicated scary moments, dedicated comedy, and then a little bit of mix. Yeah, it was a bit harsh at points, but it worked for the most part overall. I mean, the movie wasn't too long either. No, I mean, it was an hour and like 39 minutes. And overall, the pacing was pretty good. Like, I was pretty invested in everything, even without any of the thriller parts. The thriller parts. That was never boring. Like the Lamia invading her house and the shadow. The parking garage fight when the gypsy woman, Sylvia, I'm just going to call her the gypsy woman, the gypsy. I feel like she was, like, somehow.
I think she was.
Because, like, she lives around the area.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm pretty sure they're not far from that villa. So I feel like it could have been her.
I think so.
It's a lot of questions.
There's a lot of
those questions were not answered.
No. There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, the one time, I mean, what was a little jarring, I know Sam Raimi loves it, is his zoom shots.
His zoom shots are close up in the faces. Really gets right up in there.
Zoom transitions were a little bit jarring.
And then he loves to do the shaky cam. Zoom ins as well. There's a lot of those.
Yeah. Still love Sam Raimi.
Classic Sam Raimi. So, back to the exorcism scene.
Yeah.
So, they're exercising. They bring in a goat. They're going to sacrifice the goat.
They're exercising.
Yeah, they got to run on the treadmill to run away from the demon.
They pretty much need to call Lamia, and then she has to touch the goat to transfer the possession into the goat, and then they chop the goat's head off. That doesn't go as planned.
Right. That would, in theory, get rid of it and kill the Lamia.
I feel like it would have worked.
I think it would have. Ram Dass said the goat was never sacrificed. They just got rid of the demon from the exorcism part.
Yeah.
The
because he possessed the wrong person. He first possessed Sean's son Venus, and then that guy Milos. He kind of got turned into a. Was that the Lamia, or was that one of those other spirits? No, that was the Lamia. That was the Lamia.
So the Lamia has a sense of humor.
It does.
He was like doing a little jig.
I think a lot of demons have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
A sadistic sense of humor.
But he was like dancing. I was like, what's going on? That's where the comedy.
That was Evil Dead. That was Evil Dead right there.
Literally Evil Dead scene.
Yeah, like the tiny little Bruce Campbells.
Yeah. Bruce Campbell wasn't in this movie. Yeah,
it is a shame. I think he was filming something else. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, he was busy.
Otherwise, I feel like he would have, because
he's in every other one of his movies.
Evil Dead was, I think, his first film. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, and it was filmed like a college type movie. Like that was like, it was pretty raw. It was like a test film. Yeah, because like Evil Dead. I mean,
Evil Dead 2 is Evil Dead 1.
Yeah, Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2 basically have the same plot. It was like Evil Dead 2 was like a remake. Right. Revisioning. Better budgets. Yeah, they just had a better budget. Yeah. Which is still fine. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get to those movies eventually. Yeah. One day. And so the ending starts. This is where all else, the last hoorah that Christine tries. Yeah. Ram Dass tells her that she can give the button to somebody else. Right? And she's like, hello? Why didn't you tell me this 2 hours ago, 3 days ago? And he's like, well, whoever you give it to is going to get ripped to shreds. they're going to get the curse. It's makes sense, but like at the same time, help somebody out. Yeah. Well, like killing somebody else, but so she's like, okay. She's trying to decide who to give this button to. I wonder if Ram Dass was afraid that she would give the button to him. No shot. Well, no, when he first read her palm, and he jumped back and he was like, don't touch me. And when the first time maybe she showed the button, he backs up a little bit. Like, maybe. Don't give it to me. So I'm curious, can somebody decline the gift? Because you have to give the formal gift. Like, you have to literally say, you have possession of this now. Do they have to agree to it, or can they say no? That's my question. I feel like if they don't know the reason why. Right. But I remember him saying you have to let them know. That it's a curse? Either that, or you have to let them know that this is yours now. I'm pretty sure that's what... I don't think you have to be like, this is cursed. It's right. Because you can just give it to somebody and say, this is yours now. And they're like, all right, whatever, and they throw it away. But yeah, I guess that's taking it. What did they say? I don't want it. I think... Do they have to agree? I think if she goes and says, I'm going to give this button to you, it's yours now. Yeah. And they do then physically take it at that point. That's them, like, they do physically take it. So then, even if they throw it away or put it somewhere else, it's still there. That button was now passed on to them. Gotcha. That makes sense. And like, it follows. Yeah. It follows. Another good movie.
Yeah, she's at a diner. She's trying to decide.
Yeah.
And then there's this old man.
Yeah. Well, she gets kind of nasty.
Yeah, to the waitress.
Yeah, she's like, and she's eating ice cream.
She's eating ice cream, drinking coffee.
Yeah.
And she's like, keep the coffee coming. And the waitress is like, another one? And she's like, just to let you
She's
know.
like, yeah.
Coffee,
Give me another one.
Coffee drinkers don't tip well. And then she's like, just keep them coming or I'll give you a tip you won't forget. I'm like, whoa, chill out. Meanwhile, she probably has like 12 hours left of her life. Maybe.
She doesn't care, I guess. She's just...
No, like, that's why she's getting, like, angry. Like, she has to get rid of this.
Yeah.
A lot of emotions are going on.
Yeah. It really brings out, like, the worst in her.
Yeah.
Like, before this curse, she probably would have she never would have ever considered killing her cat.
No.
Very controversial.
Yeah. That some people stop watching it when
it is messed up. It is definitely is messed up. It's not like we agree with her.
I didn't like that scene. I know who I'd give it to.
Stu. Yeah, we thought she should have given it to Stu, which she did contemplate because she called him down.
Yeah.
To the diner.
Should have been Stu immediately.
Yeah.
But then wait, I want to go back to the old man.
Yeah.
He's like on like an oxygen tank. Yeah. He's alone. And she's like, oh, he's going to die anyway in like a year. But then like his wife comes and he's like, oh, look at that piece of cake. So then she's like, oh,
you're so nice.
Yeah, they're a happy couple. Fun fact, that old man
was Bruce Campbell.
No. Imagine. That old man is the, what do you call that? I can never think when I'm on the spot. The butler in Spider-Man.
Oh,
yeah, that was him. Well, I'm sure he looked older to play that part, but I'm pretty sure that was him.
Huh.
The Harry Osborn, the butler.
Yeah.
Or caretaker.
Nice.
I think. I have to double check, but I look very familiar. And that's not my Spider-Man reference. There's a bigger reference.
Okay.
Anyway,
right.
She's like, all right, I can't give it to him. Then she's like, all right, I'm calling Stu. And that's when we were like, yes, Stu.
We're like, she's going to give it to Stu.
Give it to Stu.
What's the twist?
Yeah.
She's going to give it to Stu.
So she's like, I know what you did. You stole my papers. You better get down here. I'm going to tell Mr. Jax. So he runs down there. And he's like, I'm going to give you this button. And then she's like, I can't give him. He's like, he freaks out. He's like, oh, don't tell my dad. And he turns into like a little baby. And then she feels bad for him.
Yeah, he starts crying.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, just give it to Stu. He deserves it.
She was about to, and then she's like, never mind.
Mm.
She couldn't do it.
Right.
And then she had the idea. She was wondering if she could give it to somebody who was already dead.
Right. I.e. the gypsy woman.
Yes. So.
And Ramjad said yes.
He said that it should, he read his little book.
Yeah.
It should be possible.
Because they go after the spirit, which never dies.
Yes.
The spirits are always there.
Yeah.
It takes your spirit. So I guess she's in like a purgatory?
Huh, I wonder if she's alive or not.
I don't know.
We'll explain the ending a little bit better.
Yeah.
The visual.
Right. Anyway, she goes to her buried body. She has to dig her up.
She really dug the whole grave.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't fully dug yet, so she was just...
Yeah. It's a pretty big grave. There's a really weird scene during this part. Like, it didn't make much sense. But she digs her up. She's dead. You know, she's not, like, decomposed yet or anything. So she, like, just tries to give her the button. She, like, jams it in her throat. And all of a sudden, it starts, like, raining.
Yeah, and mud fills up the grave.
Literally, like, gallons of just rainwater and mud. Just out of nowhere. Just from a rainstorm.
It was a pretty muddy grave.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on? Like, how is there that much water? And then she, like, the cross, you know, the tombstone, like, falls on her, and you think she's dead. She's like, oh, she's going to die and drown. But no, she comes back up with her hand like this, which, fun fact, is a reference to the Evil Dead poster with the hand. It's the same shot. Oh. There's a reference there. I didn't notice that. It's a nice little Easter egg.
Good to know.
And that felt like a really Evil Dead scene. Just imagine the mud with blood.
Yeah.
Like, the one shot looking up. Yeah, I was like, that's Evil Dead.
I was like, it does remind me, because that's what Ash was doing when he was burying his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. I was like, that's Evil Dead.
Yeah.
So, that was nice. Then we get into the good part. She's like, I did it.
She did it.
The Lamia is gone.
The Lamia is gone.
We thought the Lamia was gone.
I actually kind of, I was like,
really, all right.
I guess that was a twist, that she just was able to give it to...
Wait, before we get to the end, we didn't explain how the twist even happens. Anyway, Justin Long, Clayton, they're driving Christine. Is she going home? I think she's going home. She has the button like in an envelope. And then he's like, stop short because they're going to hit this old man, which she thinks is the gypsy woman. Yeah. She's like, stop the car. And her envelope flies on the floor. And then it gets all mixed up in all these papers.
And Clay already has in his car.
Yeah, so Christine gave Clayton a coin because he's a coin collector. And he put it in like a very similar envelope. So anyway, she picks up an envelope which has a circular indent. So we're like, oh, she's got the button. That's fine. Yeah. So anyway.
Which I actually forgot about.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
The coin.
Yeah.
And then, here it is.
Yeah. So then, they're going on vacation to their the Clayton's parents' cabin, I think. Cabin?
Yeah.
Which, well, maybe it was the Evil Dead cabin. I don't know.
That would have been, that's where that's where the Dragon Man holds.
Maybe that's the intro to Evil Dead 1. If Christine didn't die. Anyway. Justin, I keep calling him Justin. Clayton, he's waiting for the train. Christine's going. She buys this nice little jacket. Yeah. She got the job. Yeah. So she's got all this money now. So she's like buying nice little outfits. And then she catches up. And then Clayton's going to propose at the cabin. We see the ring.
Sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks, man.
Yeah. Sucks. You feel for Clayton.
It sucks, man.
Yeah. Then he's like, oh, you got a new jacket. What'd you do with the old one? She's like, oh, I threw that out. And he's like, oh, but I found your button. So I was going to fix it. And then she's like, what? And then we thought Clayton was the new owner of this button. Yeah. Because he had it. I was like, no, they're going to kill Clayton. Yeah. Can't kill Clayton.
I was like, he was like the nicest person. Yeah. And he was just trying to help Christina all the time. Mm-hmm. We're like, oh, I guess he has the button. Which he does have the button,
right? But he just found it. Yeah, she never formally gave it to him. Yeah. So then she's like freaking out, like losing her mind. She like falls into the train tracks, and he's like, "No, like says no like 8 times, no. And then as the train like runs her over, she gets dragged to hell. Yeah.
As Clay actually witnesses it. So this whole time, then he realized, you could see it in his face. Like, she was telling the truth. Uh-huh. Like, he never, like, truly believed her, but he just wanted to help her. Yeah. But he finally saw it. It was like, damn.
Yeah. And then it says, drag me to hell, and it's over. Yeah. Title card.
So a lot of people, people, like, didn't like that ending.
No, it was a great ending.
People were like, they didn't like it because it was a bad ending. Like,
no, it was a good ending.
No, yeah, like
not happy ending.
Yeah, it wasn't a happy ending.
But guess what? In horror movies, happy endings should never exist.
Some movies,
50-50.
It's a 50-50.
Half the time, it's always a happy ending. Oh, they get away. No, this one, evil. Yeah, and it made sense if you think about it. All the clues, like the fly, literally signifies death, and it's all over her face. She's gonna die. The foreshadowing was pretty good that I noticed on the second watch. I was like, oh, they're kind of leaning toward it. Yeah. Like with the fly and everything.
And my second rewatch, mm-hmm. I noticed something. Yeah. If you are familiar with the 7 deadly sins. Yeah. I'm not religious.
Gluttony? Because she's eating all the ice cream?
Yes. I'll go a little bit into detail. But it was... Yeah.
Oh, and then she killed the cat. That's one of the sins, being evil or something.
So I'm not like an expert, so I could be wrong. So if anybody would maybe make more sense, I thought I just like I probably didn't come up with it, but watching it myself, I was like, huh, because I'm not religious. I kind of just vaguely know that there's 7 deadly sins. Mm-hmm. And it makes sense in terms of the movie's setting, Drag Me to Hell, like hell, Christianity and stuff like that. So, the 7 deadly sins are lust, sloth, envy, gluttony, wrath, pride, and greed. Mm-hmm. So, little things I was like trying to make sure like none of them overlap. Mm-hmm. So, at the same time, I'm like, I could be wrong, but this is what I kind of thought. So for lust, was like for power, in terms of this, it was the promotion. Uh-huh. So she wanted the promotion, which caused her to foreclose on Sylvia Ganush. Mm-hmm. So then sloth, which is like the inability to act or like kind of like be lazy and stuff like that, not make decisions. She was pretty much kind of like that. I mean, she wanted the job position, but she was kind of hesitant to like do stuff herself. And kind of like the inability like to take responsibility. Obviously, she kept saying that it was her boss who made her do it,
right?
Which technically wasn't.
She was lying.
She could have just extended the loan, which maybe not would have gotten her the position.
She was a big liar.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna plug it in just in case. Where's my wire?
Then we got envy.
The delay.
We'll cut it.
Yeah, we don't have to. Raw footage, man.
Technical difficulties.
Nah, just plug it in the camera so it doesn't die. Excuse us. Anyway, gluttony.
No, envy. So envy. So she's envious of Stu because she's competing with him, and she's worried about him getting the promotion and not her.
True.
She's jealous of how he's new, so she's jealous. And gluttony was the very obvious one, was just eating more. As she was the poor queen when she was younger, and then she's seen eating ice cream, and then at the end when she's deciding on who to give to the button, she starts eating even more. Then wrath. I said that her anger, like the person she decided to give the button to, was out of anger out of everybody else. I mean, she was kind of upset at Stu. She wanted to maybe give it to the old man, but her anger was pretty much, I'm gonna take revenge and give it to the person who gave it to me.
Yeah.
And then pride. For pride, I kind of had trouble with thinking what pride was for her, but she kind of like, at the end, she kind of was like becoming more selfish. Before, she probably would have helped anybody. Then maybe like during like her getting the curse, she kind of just, everything became about her, and she just kind of wasn't the same person after that. She just kind of lashed out like at the waitress and was like, I'm gonna give you this button.
Yeah.
So she was just kind of like thinking she's above everyone. Like, who was she decide? Why can she decide on who to give the button to? I mean, it was her choices that led. Right. I mean, not that she knew she was going to get cursed, but she chose to not extend Sylvia's loan and stuff like that. And then for greed, I kind of thought was maybe the same for lust, because she wanted the position. But for greed, I could be wrong. I didn't really think about it until like, I was like, oh, it kind of popped in my head. When she changed coats, she kind of bought the coat, which, I mean, I kind of think it was like, that was signifying she's getting rid of the curse and stuff like that.
Yeah, moving on. But in terms of like the sins, I thought like greed was like, it was a material, like greed was like materialistic stuff, like wanting like materialistic stuff. So like her just going on vacation after all this, she just wants to go on vacation and then buy a new coat, stuff like that. Could be.
That's what I just thought it was pretty interesting.
It's pretty close. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So what do you think about that?
I think that's pretty accurate. Was that his main intention?
Maybe. My first walkthrough, damn. Second rewatch, like, that's when I like thought about it. Because like the first one I watched it, and I kind of didn't think about it. But then the more I thought about it, and I remembered this stuff, I was like, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you can fight that. You can make that a good
fight. I'll fight you for it.
Fight me for it.
Fight me if I'm wrong. Fight me and say I'm wrong.
Fight me if I'm wrong. No, I think you got something there.
I do. I didn't watch any other people reviewing it. Like I want to review it myself. So like, I wonder if anybody else kind of like thought about the same thing. That could be like, I feel like it could be said for like any movie that involves demons. I feel like, but
could be. But it's a little more obvious here, I think.
Yeah,
at parts. You can make that argument.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Fight me. Fight me.
I will. We brawl. I had a little reference.
Yeah, the reference.
The reference.
What was the reference?
Spider-Man 2 reference.
It's in the bank.
It was in the bank. It was in the bank with
when she's a
Ganoush.
Oh,
that is a literal, like, 1-to-1 shot from when Aunt May was denied her loan.
Oh!
She's wearing the same, not the same design, but the headdress. And then when she takes it off, her hair is in the same exact ponytail. She kind of looks like Aunt May. And then
Aunt May.
Yeah.
She's a gypsy. Yeah.
She kind of looks like Aunt May. And it's like the reverse thing, they're trying to, her house payments are getting denied.
Yeah.
So they're trying to, extend it or get more loans. And they're like, oh, we can't do anything, whatever. And then they get denied, It was like, this is like literally a scene taken from that. I was like, whoa. So if you watch it again, you'll be like, this is very similar.
Watch it side by side.
Yeah.
Wonder if somebody's got a video. Like,
maybe. But that's the thing. I was looking up like theories and stuff. Not a single person had anything on that. So I might be the only one.
You could be.
I could be. The only one.
That's a pretty...
It's pretty close.
Probably pretty close. I could see that.
It is.
Same director.
Yeah.
He loves to add stuff from his past films.
Mm-hmm.
I can 100% see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great job.
Thanks.
Proud of you.
Proud of you. Putting these on. Yeah. Over my head. They don't fit. They'll go right there.
All right. So the review.
Oh, the rating.
The rating.
The rating.
Coming off. Wait. Should we like write it down and show each other at the same time?
Or we can just count it down and say it at the same time.
Yeah, no one's going to understand. That's all they're going to
No. Right. 3, 2, 1, and we'll say it. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
8.5.
Then on the rewatch, I moved up to a 7.5. I went from a 6 to a 7.5.
8.5.
I can see that. See, I was right. But like a point difference.
Yeah, that's not too... Like, a point difference isn't that big. 6.5 to 7.5 feels like a big difference, but like, it was about the same you did for Terrifier 1.
Yeah, it was I think I gave that a 7. And I gave 7.5 for the next one.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. It was good.
Yeah.
I thought at parts the comedy didn't land all the time for me. Yeah. And then not a lot, but some of the acting was like hit or miss. Not a lot, but
yeah, I'd say it was a little prevalent when she calls Stu.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to tell Mr. Jackson what you did. I was just like...
Yeah. Some of it took me.
It was a little forced.
And you never see hell, so...
Yeah, you don't see hell.
No,
it's in the name of the movie. Why don't we go see hell?
Yeah. But no, I definitely enjoyed it a lot more on the rewatch because I knew what the movie was. When I first watched it, I was like, this is like goofy, but like, is it supposed to be goofy?
And it reminded me of Evil Dead, so I still enjoyed it. I mean, my second genre is comedy that I like. So like when you mix horror and comedy, I feel like good things can happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it was so reminiscent of Evil Dead. I mean, it's a different story. Sam Raimi does a good job for the direction of the film. But like, it just wasn't, I think he was trying to go for the same vibe, but like, it wasn't there. But Evil Dead just did it better.
Yeah. It was more balanced than Evil Dead. Yeah. Like, because he knew what he was doing exactly. It looked like he didn't know what movie to make here. Horror or comedy or both. Yeah. Because they didn't happen in the... Well, he mixed it pretty well. I mean, we knew right away it was a goofy comedy when the demon started bitch slapping the people.
That was fun. Like, the opening scene...
You knew right away.
Exorcising the demon from the kid. Yeah. The slap noise.
Yeah.
Maybe, but still.
Right.
I feel like there wasn't one, like, in Evil Dead... Ash was like the major comic relief, and he was just so...
It was so over the top.
It was over the top, but it was purposely done.
Right.
In this, the stuff that seems over the top doesn't seem purposely done. Like, it was just more of like, they tried to do it, like it wasn't forced, but it just seemed forced.
A little bit, yeah.
But if they were able to pull it off, I mean, I feel like it would be on par with Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, by far, I'd say Justin Long's character
he was the best.
The best.
He carried. Hard carry.
Yeah. And he actually wasn't even in it for that long, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd say Rob Joss was pretty entertaining.
He was pretty good.
He was just like...
He had funny parts. Yeah.
But he shook him.
Yeah. MasterCard. That's a nice thing. Nice guy. Yeah. Drag me to hell.
Think we're done. Nah.
Think we're done.
Yeah.
Drag me to hell. Deserves a watch.
It does. A rewatch. Like,
deserves a watch.
I mean,
rewatch.
The way... I don't know how you feel. The way I
feel great.
I want to watch... like, there's just movies that I would rewatch, put it in the background, and I'd want to rewatch. Then there's movies I would watch it once, maybe twice, to see if I like it again, and probably not want to watch it again.
This is one I can watch multiple times. Yeah. Like, I can just throw it on. I don't have to pay attention to it, but it can just be on. Yeah.
And it's just pretty entertaining. And then there's movies like Borderlands where, like, probably not going to watch it at all. Not even going to try to watch it. Like, not even going to try to review it. No. I mean, we'll try to pick movies that we, like, might have a controversial opinion about. Like, we're not going to try to, like, do all movies that we will like. Because, like, for Drag Me to Hell, the reviews were pretty good.
They were really good. 92. We went in blind.
That was for the critics, but...
We went in blind.
A movie is a movie. A stove is a stove. And it's subjective at the end of the day. I mean, if Tim here was like, I rated this a 2, I would be like, oh, damn, what the hell? Yeah. But at the same time, you could watch the movie. He could not watch the movie if he wants to. Yeah. I'm not going to care.
Yeah. It's a movie. It's an opinion. Yeah. Some
opinions are wrong, though.
Some movies have strong opinions. Endgame was complete ass. I hold that to the grave.
I thought the movie was just good.
Fight me on it. Anyway, there's my controversy of the day. Have fun with that. We're gonna review the Minecraft movie.
We are.
We got our tickets for that now.
This was news to me.
Tickets aren't out yet, but don't worry.
It's not even hard. They should. I'll show you the little trailer, but somebody made like a Minecraft dark fantasy trailer.
Really?
That looks like it's AI, but it's not. Oh. They took inspiration from AI.
Was it made?
How it was?
Oh, is it?
It's just a trailer.
Was it like a CGI trailer, or was it made in Minecraft?
No, it was like real life. Oh. But like it was a dark fantasy. Like I'll show you it.
All right.
But like
show me that,
and maybe I'll link it in the description. Yeah, because we talked about it. Yeah. I mean, it's horror. Yeah. I would watch a horror Minecraft movie.
I would. Minecraft can be pretty scary. Those cave noises. Pretty spooky. Hell yeah. Herobrine? Come on.
Creeper. That's what the movie should have been. Yeah. But it's probably not going to be. It's just going to be...
for
It's just going to be Jack Black in a blue shirt.
Yeah. Going on Steve.
And then Jason Momoa acting like he's a big drunk dude.
Yeah.
That's what I took away.
A big drunk dude. He looks like Barbie. He looks like
an 80s rocker. Maybe they're taken from like different time periods. I don't know.
Maybe.
Somehow.
Do you think they know Minecraft exists?
I have no clue.
Anyway.
Guess we'll have to watch the movie. I'll probably watch the movie.
This is not the Minecraft episode.
I'll probably just watch the movie to watch the movie.
Yeah. If it's
it can't be worse than Borderlands.
If it's really good or really bad, we'll review it. If it's in the middle, we won't touch it.
Yeah. Yeah. So like this, it's probably not going to be horror. Yeah. But we'll review it. Like a little quick review. If it's like good, we'll review it. Or if it's really bad, we'll review it. Yeah. Like bad good. Yeah, like so bad. Like let's try
like Land Shark.
There's no way I would not rewatch that. Maybe
we have to if we're going to review it.
Maybe I don't know if I can see.
We're reviewing Teenage Slumber Nightmare.
If it's a movie I can't like stomach to watch again, it's like is it worth reviewing? You already know the end. Like, what's the point?
Not gonna lie.
It can be just a quick review of this is bad, and this is bad.
A few sentence review.
Maybe this part was good.
Not gonna lie, the rewatch on the Teenage Slumber Party Nightmare was pretty hard to watch. It didn't hit the same. No, but it was still good. We're gonna review that eventually. Yeah, I bought it.
And Chompy and the Girls.
Yeah.
That movie's...
I haven't seen it.
I didn't even actually watch the movie. I just watched it. just a synopsis.
Mm-hmm. Did I tell you I watched Salem's Lot, the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Okay.
I wouldn't watch
Let's not review it.
it. I wouldn't watch it. Skip it. I'd never seen the original, but I hear it's better. This one wasn't good. Bad. Sadly. I watched the remake of Fright Night.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay, maybe
doesn't
we'll review that.
hold a candle to the original.
Alright, I'll watch the original.
Watch the original.
And we'll rewatch.
I want to watch
and
it with
compare
you.
them. Okay.
Because it's a horror comedy. It's another horror comedy.
Do you want to? We'll watch both together.
We'll watch both. We'll review them both, the short reviews, and then we'll compare them.
Yeah.
That'll be
stay
an
tuned
episode.
for that.
That'll be an episode in the near future because we have Terrifier 3 next.
Yep.
Then we have the Halloween special.
Yeah. The Halloween
it's gonna
special.
be a fun episode.
It's going to be fun. Halloween is one of our favorite franchises.
And Halloween.
We have several masks each.
I have all of them except the Halloween 2. No. I have all of them except the weird bad ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have the main ones, the good ones. 1, 2, all the remakes. But no, we're going to review the entire franchise.
Yeah, and rank them.
In brief.
Yeah.
And rank them.
General summaries.
Worst to best.
I mean, most of you guys probably have watched the Halloween franchises if you're watching this.
Mm.
If not, watch them.
Yeah, they're good.
I mean, Michael Myers is just...
He's like Jason and Freddy. He's iconic.
But do we disregard... I mean...
No, Halloween 3 is in the review.
Okay.
Halloween 3 is in there.
But what about the New Use trilogy?
Oh, it's all. Every single Halloween movie under the Halloween category. Even the Rob Zombie travesties. Little spoiler for you, my review on that.
I sort of like them. I mean, we'll get into detail on them. This isn't the review and
This is the
ranking.
controversy episode.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do some trivia in that episode too.
All right.
And then
This is news to me.
yeah.
Wow. I thought we were co-hosts.
Yeah, well sometimes we're not. And then
Sometimes we gotta make a decision.
whoever loses the trivia has to eat super hot wings.
I thought it was gonna be like... Well, yeah, I thought we'd take turns eating the hot wings if we get things wrong.
Yeah,
Not like
if you
lose
get
completely.
yeah, we quiz each other, and if you get one wrong, you take a bite of a really hot wing, like super hot, you'll die.
Good luck.
Like the last dab.
Good luck.
We're buying the last dab. That's the sauce.
That's the sauce.
The sauce is the last dab.
It's probably expensive.
No, it's not.
Oh, you already looked it up.
Yeah. I might still have some, but it's probably old.
Okay.
It's not that expensive.
If you've opened it, it probably should be refrigerated.
It was in a bag. It was in a Walmart bag. It was frozen nuggets at Walmart, and they had 3 of the sauces. And just the regular plastic bag.
Oh,
like frozen. And they had the last dab. Me not realizing the last dab. I poured the whole packet on one nugget.
Ooh.
I was gone for 2 hours. So we'll have fun on that episode.
Yeah, I remember we ate Buffalo Wild Wings.
Uh-huh.
The blazing hot wings. You took one bite.
I couldn't.
And you
finish one.
couldn't finish the bite.
Yeah. He ate the whole thing.
ate the rest.
He ate all 9 of them.
I regret it.
Yeah.
Didn't go well.
Yeah.
I was in
like
the bathroom.
you enjoy hot stuff more.
I do.
All the Takis and all that stuff.
Yeah.
A whole bag of those.
I don't eat them anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a changed man.
They're no good for you.
They're not.
Salads.
Just salads.
Just salad.
I'm a changed man.
Yeah.
Here and there, take a bite in one bag, but that's all. It's good.
Those are the college lives. We're not those people anymore.
The college 15.
Yeah.
The college 30.
The freshman 50.
The college 30.
Yeah. Those are good days. But that's our episode.
Yeah.
We'll end it there. We hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
We hope you stick around.
Yeah. And if you guys like to continue watching us, subscribe and
like the video
and share it. I think if you subscribe, I think you also have to click to follow something, and it'll actually you get notification. And you can turn notifications on if you want.
Yeah, click
just to stay updated.
Yeah.
Just so when we post a video, you'll get notified.
Right. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll link.
We're on Twitter. X. We'll link them all.
No way I'm calling that X.
No, it's Twitter.
It's Twitter.
It's Twitter.
X, formerly as Twitter.
Yeah, it's Twitter.
Elon must be so proud.
Yeah. ruined it. Anyway,
Ruined it.
you ruined it.